Superior Engineering has been one of the long-standing Australian-made manufacturers of suspension parts for the four-wheel drive industry since 2002. In this episode, we get a shop tour of all the different facilities that Superior uses and owns to produce their four-wheel drive suspension products. Today I met with Michael Hayes, the Managing Director and Founder of Superior Engineering.
Alright, I'm here with Michael Hayes, the Managing Director, Owner, Founder, everything with Superior Engineering. Now we're here at the main showroom. Superior's not like your general sort of everyday shop. What they've got is actually different sections around the state for certain components and stuff. So we're at the main showroom. What can customers expect when they come to this part of the business?
Okay, so if you come over here, Superior Engineering, the best part about the showroom area around here is we've got little displays set up here. We've got basically everything on the walls and little stand around displays and all that. You can come feel them, look at the things, actually check it out. It's always hard when you're on the internet and you're looking at stuff. You never really get a good feel of the quality and just the sheer size of things and bits and pieces. So you get that overall sort of package where if you come here to look at something to buy it, you can actually physically pick it up and go, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's have a walk around and see what we've got over here.
So here we got, this is what I was sort of talking about, where you might have a display here. This is the Generation 1 coil spring conversion for the Land Cruisers, for the rear end.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing about coming in here. You can actually come in and go, oh cool, I couldn't see that on a photo or whatever like that.
Yeah, the way you got it flexed up as well is really nice. How it's sort
and
of,
you can get a one of the sales guys to come in and actually explain things to you, whereas on the internet you don't get that, that coolness to it.
Oh, awesome.
So we've got that. We've got a couple other displays over here. So like we've got it's a front end of a patrol. So like if you're talking to a salesperson, they can obviously explain to you how Superflex arm works or Hyperflex radius, and then you've got your tie rod drag length showing. You can educate people how things work and all that sort of stuff when you get displays.
On this as an example, what parts do you manufacture yourself and what sort of factory would this kind of set up?
So this will be a GU. So on here we've got a standard radius arm on here. So that's a part that we make. Superflex on that side. So we can talk about the difference there. We've got drag link up there, which theoretically this would be your steering box over here. Running to that damper, and you've got your panhard rod there. And on the back here you've got a tie rod. So we make all those parts. Obviously the brake line there. So yeah, it gives you a bit more of an understanding, especially if you don't know your car well. You know that, I've got to put suspension in it. You don't know where all the good bits and pieces go. So as we all know, four-wheel drivers, we flog our trucks pretty hard off-road. We hit rocks, we hit stumps and everything. You won't break your arms with these sorts of things. All this sort of stuff we do lifetime warranty on. But basically your tie rod on the back, same thing. If you can imagine while you're driving over a rock or log or whatever, first thing you're going to hit is that.
Yeah, it's the lowest point.
Your diff usually drags over the rock, and then you hit that, and the rock usually ends up between them, drags it back, and then you got your steering all mucked up. So we do that heavy duty. On the front, same thing. If you're bashing into a obstacle on the front because you can't see over your bonnet, first thing that usually hits is all this gear.
So are they solid or is it?
Yeah, so that's a solid. It's a 4340M. Now there's a few people on the market doing the same as us, but they're only doing 4340. Big difference between 4340M and 4340.
Down at the showroom, there's not only suspension parts on display, there's also a whole lot of four-wheel drive accessories for your four-wheel drive as well.
So it's another display down here. We've got a front cut of an IFS Hilux, just showing so people can understand the front of this. A lot of this stuff is a little bit harder for people to understand than the old solid axle sort of stuff, the way this all works.
It's all modern.
Yeah, so we've got our new billet alloy arms here and gas shock absorber there, and then on the other side we've got chrome moly arm and some reservoir mounts. So yeah, you can have a bit of an understanding. Clearance, we can explain to you about the clearance issues and all that.
So obviously it's a different setup to that solid axle, but the idea is the same. You want to keep your geometry and steering.
Yeah, everything's got to be spot on. Yeah, so over here, another good thing about coming in the retail store, we can show you different shocks and physical size of them and explain to you bits and pieces on the insides of them.
Because you guys make your own shocks, but you still get the option of different brands.
Yeah, we get our shocks made from a company called Profender. So they're the world's largest shock absorber manufacturer. So we've got a very good relationship with them. We get the shock made. It's not just a Profender when you buy it. It's actually got our valving in it. It's got what we want for our piston, our seals, our coating, shaft hardness, all that sort of stuff. But we don't actually manufacture it here. It's done overseas in Thailand. So a few bash plates, that sort of thing. So these are for different vehicles. You've got some patrol stuff and some Land Cruiser, Ranger stuff, diff guards.
Something that's overlooked a lot, I think. A lot of guys out there hit their diff and they're like, I wish I had some protection on there. So.
It's like side steps. People don't put them on until they've damaged their doors or their sills. Then they go, I want to put some side steps on. Damage is done. You've got to get it on there before. Yeah, you don't want to go for a run up the Cape or whatever, smack a hard rock and be on the side of the road with a broken ring gear.
I'd say something like that's not terribly expensive compared to replacing a diff.
It's like $220. Yeah. Like your ring gear is going to cost you $500, and then you've got to pull the thing out, get a mechanic to fit it. So you're talking $1,000. It's cheap insurance. Very cheap insurance.
So even though this is the main showroom, they still have a fitting workshop for your customers to come in and get all your parts put on. Yeah, so out here we've got sort of mechanic stuff, eh?
Yeah, it's just where they go. We get a couple of mechanics here and then a couple over at the other location. So here they do the stuff like bull bars, side steps, might be snorkels, full suspension kits. So they're pretty busy here all the time doing all those sorts of things. The R&D's not done from this side because this is a different sort of facility than what we've got over there,
so
obviously.
It's pure customer-based stuff here, really.
Yeah, this is for when this is set up. So say you come to us as a customer, you go, I want to get my suspension kit fitted. You can drop your car off here, you can go up to a waiting room upstairs, watch TV, sit in the aircon, wait for it to get done, or you can just drop it off to us and come back.
Sounds like the ticket.
Yeah.
So is this sort of where you guys started, or what's the history with Superior? I know you started it yourself, but
so I'm a Boilermaker by trade, and sort of back in 2000, late 2000, I started getting into full drives a bit more, and I designed a drop shackle. So then I sort of thought to myself, well, if I can do a drop shackle, why not start making some other bits and pieces? Started selling the drop shackle. That was popular. Then we went to like control arms, radius arms, bits and pieces. So that was in a little 6x12 shed, just working from home.
Yeah, right.
I started employing a couple of staff because I was doing it by myself for ages, probably a year or two or whatever. And then
who was your sort of your main clients there? Like just
they were. It was more competition guys I was dealing with. The guys that there used to be events called Tough Track and that sort of thing back then. So that was the basis of it, sort of thing, the clientele I had. And then it gradually grew more and more. We outgrew the 6x12 shed, and then we moved up to Burpengary. Then Burpengary, we were leasing out, say, 200 square metres of that. Started putting more staff on, and then we went like another 200 metres. Just kept growing from there and there. At the moment now we're at, this building here's 435 square metres, I think, and then we got 1,200 square metres over at Burpengary. And now we're looking at moving to maybe a 2,800 square metre building because we've just outgrown.
So it's been some continuous growth throughout the years.
It's good, strong growth. We're trying not to grow. We don't want to grow too fast. We're just trying to do it nice and consistent. At the end of the day, I don't want to lose the quality of the products going out there. So we're really trying to maintain that and just grow with the pace we have to keep it working well.
No worries. All right. That's pretty awesome here. I think, well, if we get some idea about what goes into the manufacturing, it'd be awesome to see. Obviously, this is the finished product. Can we go for a ride and see how these things get made?
Yeah, we can go for a run,
Awesome. Okay, so this is one of the fab shops, eh?
Yeah, so this is one of the places where the CNC machine work gets done. There's a few different locations we use because the different places have different machines. So you might find one of the places we have might be better with the milling side of stuff. Another place we might use does the CNC lathe stuff.
Okay.
Particular place here, we've got CNC machines. They do a lot of the turning. Although there is milling capabilities here as well.
All right.
So you'll see some of the footage shows the logos getting engraved, or over there they may have some bosses getting done for drop boxes. You can have a look at how they get done.
So is this one of how many locations?
Yeah, we got 4 different locations where the parts are getting CNC milled and lathed, and they're all in Brisbane, all 4 locations.
All right. How come you kind of choose to do that rather than having your own gear in the shop?
Okay, the reason we've gone this way, when we first started, we had lathes and all the drills and all that. We've gradually steered away from that because the way we structure our business, we're trying to get stuff out as fast as we can out. So what we've done is it's gone more warehousing at Burpengary location. So we've kind of opted away from having machines there as such. We've still got the boiler making and that there, but not so much the machine side of stuff. So for us it works well because it gives us back 1,200 square metres of warehousing where we can have all our stuff finished, put together, boxed on the shelves, ready to go. For that we're more efficient than trying to have CNC mills and everything in that 1,200 square metre building. We just don't have the don't have the space.
And surely getting the guys doing it who do it day in, day out, they're going to be way more experienced and you get the quality.
And you can keep the pressure on the guys,
Yeah.
you can get the stuff coming to us quicker.
Yep.
If your 4 locations can't keep up with us, you can go to another location, you can say, hey, this is the specs we want this built to.
Yeah. That way you're not restricted to what you can have in-house.
Yeah, you've got very tight quality control that we follow. When those parts come back, if they're not machined exactly how we want them, they get sent back to the company who's doing the machining for us. What they've got here, Sam, they've got over on the right hand side, they've got SolidWorks, so they've designed the part all there. Then they're over here on Mastercam, so basically they're simulating the machining process.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So once it's from there and they're all happy with that, then they'll input all that information into the CNC machines. The machines will then machine that part.
So it's not like, obviously the final product's got that profile, but you can't just take that much material off in one hit. So is this showing every kind of step for the machine to cut it down? Is that what it's there for?
So yeah, what you see there is basically showing the tooling cutting it if it was on the CNC machine. So they're testing that out in the program, and then they're happy with that, how that's going to operate, then they'll input that, and then that's what you'll see the machine cutting.
All right, so we're at the last stop for today. This is the warehouse where everything comes in and out of the place. Let's have a look.
Right. So what we've got over here, we've got our boiler making section over here.
Yep.
So we've got the guys over here doing a bit of welding. Okay. Along here they've got coil conversions getting fabricated.
Yep.
Both sides there.
So is this the stuff that comes from those other shops, or is this all made?
No, this is all stuff we do here. Yep. It's more, the stuff we get CNC'd is more bits and pieces like that.
Circular.
Yeah, pretty much circular.
But have you got a laser cut on that?
Yeah, we've got a CNC one over there. Yep. We do get some stuff still CNC laser outside. We've also got our CNC plasma. So it just depends on what the actual part is and the accuracy we need. So they're guys here are doing radius arms, putting them together.
So do you have like a quality assurance sort of thing you go through where you check them every now and then?
Yeah, we've got quality control here.
Back against the jig, or?
Yep, everything's in the jig, and then you've got your measurements you've got to check. You've got to check your rulers and everything's all accurate. Yeah. So yeah, fair bit to do with it.
Sweet.
Yeah, obviously because we're going on an automobile, you want it spot on.
Yeah, 100%. So has each bay got a specific job, or it just depends what's coming through?
The boilies all do each role. They don't have to do an individual or specific role. Okay. They can do whatever. So today, Reese could be doing coil dropout cones. Tomorrow, he could be doing radius arms. Next day, coil conversions. They're all trained to do it all. We do have a couple of the guys do, like say, we've got Evan here who does upper control arms. He specialises in them. He does them really good. So we give them to him all the time because we know they're going to be spot on. Yeah. But generally, they all do the same stuff.
Yep.
Basically, over here is where our steel comes in. That's axle tubes and axle spindles getting cut there. So that's all just cuts all day long for us. Sweet. This is where all our stuff comes in, like what we're not getting cut here. Like we're getting stuff outsourced, laser cutting and that sort of stuff. It'll come in here. Yep. Basically, there's always 2 guys here just assembling bits and pieces. Like they might be putting panhards together, or over there on the bench they're doing drop shackles at the moment.
This stuff back from coating, is it? Or?
Yeah, so this stuff's come back and it's here to be assembled. Got a bit of dust on it.
So you guys fit all the bushes and everything?
So basically we've got to press up the front there. So genuine bushes go in and one of the guys will press them in. They'll put 2 lock nuts on, put the O-ring, like the NECs, screw them together, check their measurements, all that, make sure they're all good. Over here is where Jake does a lot of the diffs and that sort of stuff in this sort of area. So he's doing a
diff stand here.
Yeah, so it's a leaf spring.
What's this device? So
that rotates. It's what they call a rotator.
Okay.
So basically, stand on the pedal. Yeah. He stands here and welds it, and it'll just spin around at the
That's
speed.
how you get a continuous weld.
Nice and neat all the way around.
Yep.
Then you can jog it around. If you want to weld on the inside, you can jog that around to where you want to be. Weld on the inside. So we keep a lot of our shocks here as much as we can on the shelves down in this area.
Yep.
There's some radius arms there, so we've got a few different piles where radius arms sit because you've got so many sizes.
Yeah, okay.
And there's hyperflex, there's superflex, there's radius, heaps of different
Keeping it all managed back here.
Over in this area here, there's some more radius arms, and it's basically our R&D section over here.
Yep.
So we've got 2 hoists there, a At the moment there's a Hilux on there we're doing stuff on, and we've got a 76 we're doing stuff on. So yes, that's where all the pretty cool stuff happens. We used to have it as a fitting bay, but then R&D just overtook it.
Yep.
Like once we move out of here, like it just opens. As you can see, we're pretty full here. Just opens up more avenues once we can get out of here and in a bigger building.
And like you say, if you bring out a new product, you want to put a lot into R&D to make sure it's right.
It's got to be right. Yeah. So what we do over here, we do our shock absorber servicing and repairs, that sort of stuff. So you might have someone. This one's a Pro Fender coilover.
Yeah.
Obviously it's coming out, we'll check it, make sure it's all good before it gets sent out. But you might have someone send a shock to us that needs a service kit in it because the seal's leaked. We do the different brands, we do like Superior, Pro Fender, Kings, Fox, like we do them all.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, you might send us one and say, hey, the ride's a bit rough, like it's a bit rough over stutters, that sort of stuff. We basically get that information off you, and then we can bring it here, pull it apart, and change the shim stack.
Okay.
To ride
yeah, even
better.
I didn't know that. I know you guys do a lot of your products, but it's probably interesting for people to know that you can actually do that servicing.
Yeah, it's not a thing, we don't advertise it, but we certainly do it.
It's available.
Yeah, like we get enough work from just people asking us, let alone without having to advertise it.
Yep.
But shocks for us, it's a major thing for our business, the shock absorber sort of stuff.
Yeah,
because everything,
no matter how good your suspension is, you want it to ride right.
You've got to have a shock that's right to go with it. You can make all the best parts in the world to put a crap shock on it, or an untuned. You can have the best brand shock and not tuned right, and it's still going to ride crap. So yeah, last thing you want to do is that. So you want the thing right. So yeah, we can certainly help getting the ride spot on. Yeah. So what we've got here, this is one of the packing bays, like for the smaller stuff.
Yep.
So we just set up a set of rollers here. So the guys go and pick the jobs, put them on here, and they just keep pushing them along as the day goes on. So as they get pushed up, they get packed, more jobs go behind it. So it's just a consistent.
So each board's a different customer, so
that's a job for those parts. It goes up to the computer, they'll punch it in that it's going, tracking number, wrap it up, out it goes.
Keeps things organised.
Yeah. So this is like your OS, this is more your real small stuff, OS post, that mainly.
Yep.
So same thing, set of rollers here, jobs will be on, boards, they just keep pushing them up, keep packing them, get packed out the door. We're just trying to do it as efficient as we can. Yeah, so in here is the phone room. So this is just, it's fairly small, but seems to do the job for us. So the guys here are just basically on the phone all the time. As soon as I hang it up, it rings again, which is a good thing.
I've had experience with these boys, I'm sure. It's another thing with the customer service, always happy to help, and you know, I guess it's a lot of guys didn't know how many different variables there can be for their certain vehicle. They always can.
Yeah, that's
can
true.
answer, so.
Some of the guys here really specialise in some things. Like you might talk to Ryan and he knows Nissan really well. You might talk to Jeremy, he knows Hilux really well. Look, it's always good if you're lucky enough to land with those guys that really specialise in that. But saying that too, all the guys here know a great deal about four drives. They all own four drives, they all love four drives. So yeah, you'll always get the right information ringing us.
All right guys, that has been the shop tour of Superior Engineering. Well, shops. There were a few to go to, so it was really awesome. I came all the way to Queensland to see this place, so I was pretty happy with that. And I've been using Superior's gear for, I don't know, 3 or 4 of my cars now for a few years. So make sure you jump on their page, give them a like, give them a follow. They do some awesome stuff as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, peace. I've just spent 3 months doing engine upgrades on my motor here, and I've been told I'm not allowed to turn the key until you press subscribe. Please press subscribe.